Hey, what's up, guys? Sam here, and I'll be doing the free video for Thursday, December 21st, 2023. So normally I do the videos on Friday, but we're going to mix it up today and give you a Thursday free video. And tomorrow's going to be kind of a big day. For tomorrow for the open, you're going to have PCE, which is the inflation number that the Fed actually looks at. My bias is that number is going to come in line, if not cold, and we're going to see basically a rally going into Christmas. End of week rally. We're in an uptrend right before Christmas, and really the conversation for this video, I think, is probably yesterday's drop. Right, you have this big, almost straight down drop in the SPY, and the question is, did that change anything? And for my read on it, it looks like to be the pause that refreshes, right? Because going into this, you had this giant move up in the SPY, and on the hourly time frames and lower time frames, but especially the hourly, you were kind of cooked, meaning that the indicator was just a little bit too hot, and so you can very quickly cool that off by just blasting it lower. It has the effect of also stopping out folks that had any stops right there, or basically anywhere, in this range. Everyone got stopped out. And so that's why I'm looking for it to be kind of the pause that refreshes. Because if you look at it, it was a big scary drop, but all that did was cool off the indicator, turn it, give you another buy signal today, and return you back to an A+ setting on the hourly chart. From the outside in, there's never been an issue. It's an A+ and an A+ on the weekly as well. So you definitely want to continue to look at it to the long side for that until you at least get another a true hourly sell signal. And I'm still looking for this thing to try to punch the highs here at 480 by the end of the year. And this is going to be on SPY. So just a quick rundown there on SPY. The bias for tomorrow's PCE is that it comes in cold or in line, and that creates a rally, likely closes above last week's highs, just to kind of keep the momentum going into next week. And there's a couple ways that we're looking to play it. I'm just going to cover a couple of trades that we have either discussed in the room or that we have open in the room. But there's a lot of setups out there, right? There are a lot of setups. The easiest trade for tomorrow, if the PCE does come in cold, is going to be just to buy tech. I think you can even buy really kind of bottom of the barrel tech, the short squeeze stuff, the Carvanas of the world, the Chewies of the world, things like that. But we did buy some some Tesla today, and I'm looking for this to get into about 295 to 290 by January expiration. We did it through butterflies, and the reason that I want to be playing this is because it has an A+ bull rating on the daily, an A+ bull rating on the weekly, slingshot squeeze here, triggering squeeze here, thrust, and thrust over here as well. So there's a big level here at 258. If it gets above 258, I think it's going to go up in $10 increments as it goes into its resistance zones. And then if it's able to get above 275 or so, it's basically a straight shot into that 295 target above. So very clean chart. We added that today. One that we're in also is MPC. This one did not have a great day, but I am not worried at all. I actually used it today as an opportunity to add because the chart remains in very good standing. And all that's really happened is it came and back tested the support level here right around 152. Support seems to have held. And if you look at crude oil, in my opinion, crude oil is trying to form a bottom. And if that is the case, the signal here on MPC is this weekly squeeze with a bull rating on the weekly chart. So I'm still looking for about 165 here on MPC, ideally by January. Another one here, and I don't have a piece of this one. Well, I do, but it's very, very small in terms of the deltas, is Microsoft. So on Microsoft here, I have some butterflies up at 390 for January expiration. It's a bit optimistic, but I don't need it to get there exactly. I just need it to start moving. And the trade here is this squeeze, the bull rating over here, and the A+ rating over here. So there's not a ton of the FANG stocks that have squeezes on the daily chart. You have Tesla, you have Microsoft. Off the top of my head, I can't think of another one that does have a squeeze on the daily chart. So looking at Microsoft here, lots of consolidation around the daily 21. And really, it's just a matter of time before this thing tries to launch and get above that 380 strike. And it could do it tomorrow in a very impressive fashion. So probably tomorrow. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I should have gone home with some Microsoft calls. But tomorrow, if the PCE comes in cold, it makes sense to look at out of the money calls on Microsoft, looking for this to close. This is going to sound nuts, but looking for it to close probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 378 to about 380. I don't think that's that unreasonable if the PCE comes in cold. One that I'm looking at but I haven't gotten an entry into is TTD. So we've had a pretty good trade, a couple of trades in Team, and this stock to me looks just like Team did before it broke out. So this one's a little bit sloppier than the rest that I brought you, but keep an eye on it. Again, this is another one that I would entertain out of the money calls with for tomorrow. Just looking for a very quick spike back into 80, and then above 80, I think the path is clear for the weekly chart to really start getting back into potentially, 90 plus based on that signal right here. Slingshot squeeze, thrust signal, and a total score of 25 out of 35. You normally want to be buying that going into tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and cut it there. There's a lot of picks out there, but I just wanted to bring you some of the ones that we're actively trading in the room together. Again, tomorrow if PC comes in cold, tech is probably going to be the one that will benefit the most. You'll probably see a dump in the dollar. You'll probably see a rally in bonds. And if bonds rally, that likely will create a rally in everything else. So it's not unreasonable to look for this thing to close 4,800 tomorrow if the PCE comes in cold. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll make adjustments as needed if that doesn't happen, but that is the expectation, or if that is the setup going into tomorrow. And then of course, next week is going to be a holiday shortened week. So if you want stock, you kind of have to do it tomorrow, right? So we'll see how that plays out. But we'll catch you guys for the next video. It'll be next Friday. So look to see you back here. Leave us a comment, leave us a like as always before you go somewhere else on the YouTube. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Hey traders, this is Sam with Simpler Trading. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you found the information in it helpful. If you did, leave us a like, leave us a comment. It really does help us out with the algorithm. And if you want to see us trade live with our own real money and be part of the community, come and check us out at simplertrading.com.